What's up everyone, this is Too Slow. Today I'm going to be talking about the issues I ran with my C60 on my Corolla XRS, what I did to fix them, and how it's running now. It is about, I want to say, 3 months since I took apart the 2ZZ and the C60 out of the Corolla XRS, and it's running perfectly fine now. I haven't had any issues with it, no grinding issues. I'm able to shift perfectly fine from first to second at high RPM. Before I had that issue, and now I don't. So I'm gonna be talking about it in this episode because I've been getting a lot of like comments and requests like, oh hey, what did you do this or how'd you do that on the C60. Let me just tell you guys this: don't be intimidated, don't be afraid, don't be scared of taking your 2ZZ and your C60 apart. It's actually really simple. I thought it was going to be a lot more complex, a lot more stuff involved, or more experience. I only did a 1ZZ and a C59 before, so if I was able to do it, anyone can do it. But basically what happened was when I took it apart, I found a piece of, well, first of all, before I start saying what happened or what I found when I took it all apart, basically my Corolla, this is what was going on with it. Whenever I would shift out of first to second at high RPM, we're talking about 88,000 plus RPM, whenever I would step on the clutch, I could not pop first gear out of it. I just couldn't go out of first. My I guess my gear selector was stuck in first, even with the clutch fully engaged. I would yank on this and it wouldn't shift. I would have to let it down. I would have to let it go down to like 6,000, 5,000 RPM, and then it would pop out of first, and then I was able to go into second. And people were saying, oh, it's your synchros, it's your synchros. Well, how is it my synchros if I can't even get it out of first? Like, that didn't make sense. So I was like, no, that they just can't be that. There needs to be something else going on inside that transmission. And so that was one of the issues. And another one of my issues was whenever I would go into reverse, it would grind so bad. My ears would bleed every time I heard my transmission grind. It was just so bad. I shed a tear every time I would have to do that. So what I ended up doing was I would turn off my car, go into reverse, and then turn it back on. That was the only way I was able to get this car into reverse without grinding, and it just got annoying after a while. So that's when I was just like, enough is enough. I'm pulling this engine apart and I'm gonna see what's inside, or I'm pulling this transmission apart and I'm gonna see what's inside. But those were the two issues, and I think it was from first to second that I couldn't get it to pop out, and second to third, it wouldn't let me go into third. It would like, I would go into neutral and it'd be a hard time going into third, but I wouldn't grind. And I wouldn't grind shifting gears. The only time I would grind was going into reverse. So I pulled the C60 out of the car, and what I ended up finding was a piece of metal from the pressure plate was broken. It like completely broke off from the pressure plate, and it was just like free floating in where it's held on to with the bolt on the engine, I guess you would say. And so that was a bad sign. That was really bad. So I took off my pressure plate, saw the little piece, and here's the video. You guys can see here that it just completely broke off. And you can see on the teeth of this pressure plate, it had scoring all around the circle from the throwout bearing. And another thing, original clutch, and this car has already seen 190,000 miles. From when I did this, my 2ZZ had already had 190,000 miles. So the the clutch disc was worn out already. It was original, worn out, and so threw it out, got a new Exetti Stage 1. I'll go ahead and put the part number right here on the one I got. And once I had the C60 out, I was looking at the throwout bearing where I guess it slides, where I guess it slides, and I saw that it was scored pretty bad. So what I ended up doing was I got like 2000 grit sandpaper, wet a little bit, and I was sanding the, I guess you could say, the pivot where the throwout bearing slides in. I wet sand that whole thing to make it smooth again, so that when I reapply the grease, it would apply evenly and smooth. And another tip, apply grease on the ring, I guess on the fork, on the tips. Apply grease. You need to apply grease because that's where it slides as well. Make sure you apply, I don't know how many times I gotta say this, apply grease on the fork. You'll thank me later. Thank you, everyone, for the tip. And what else did we find? I did that, and I also applied fresh grease on the pivot, where the pilot bearing goes at. And what else did I do? Here, let me look at the videos. I just forgot. Oh, okay. So on the videos, when the transmission was out, I was checking my gears, see if they would all go in smoothly after I had taken it all apart, and all my gears were going in smoothly. Like, I could change them perfectly fine, no hesitation, no forcing it and whatnot. Let me see, what's the other video? Install a new clutch, new pressure plate. What's this one? Applied the fresh grease and whatnot. And another tip, if you're gonna be, I guess you could say, daily driving this car, but a little bit hard as well, Monkey Wrench recommends you mix the Valvoline Synchromesh gear fluid with the Redline MT90, I believe it is. Let me double check that. Yeah, so Redline gear oil MT90. They request, or they say, to mix both of them inside your C60, and I believe it takes 2.2 quarts. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's like a little bit over 2 quarts that the C60 takes for the fluid. And I did all that, and at the end I ended up testing my transmission, and lo and behold, it's fixed. I don't have any more reverse grind. It grinded really bad, and I'm able to shift at high RPM again and actually get out of first gear into second gear at high RPM. So I'm able to shift during lift. But even with the stock Toyota ECU, it's hard to go from first to second and stay in lift. So ECU reflash coming soon. Stick around on the channel. There's more stuff to come. But yeah, that happened, and I'm just really happy with the way it all turned out at the end of the day. I've already put about 3,700 miles. I've already put 3,700 miles on this C60, and I have no issues with it. It's running perfectly fine. I'm commuting from Stockton to Livermore, and I'm hitting lift perfectly fine, and it's rock solid. It's rock solid. It's a really good thing. It's a really good thing. So yeah, if you guys are experiencing issues with your C60, and there are these symptoms that I'm saying, might be this. You might have a cracked pressure plate, which is what I had. I kind of wish I did record more of this stuff, but when I was doing this, I kind of felt a little, I guess you could say, intimidated. I don't know what's the right word, but I just felt like I kind of wanted to put 110% attention to what I was doing instead of recording. But if you follow my Instagram, you were able to see all those videos. I'm going to go ahead and play them right here so that you guys can see them. And I highly insist that you guys go follow me on Instagram. I do daily uploads on stories. I share everything that's going on in my car life, I guess you could say. And you can stay up to date with what's up with the Celica and the Corolla. And check this out. New shirts. Yes. Sorry for the horrible lighting. Let's see if the light can pick it up. But anyways, new shirts. New shirts. They're going to go for sale soon. I have another shirt on the works right now, but I haven't got it yet. Once I get it, I'll go ahead and show you guys the final product, I guess. But these shirts are going to be available soon. If you want one, you can either message me on Instagram or message me here on the YouTube video that you want to pick one up. Cost is different from a regular classic tee to like a premium tee, so just let me know if you're interested in a shirt. I'll be more than happy to sell you one. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys made it this far, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification button, share this video, and thank you guys.